All right. Hey, y'all. Even though I did just post yesterday, it's been a week since we made the content or gone live. I know we were supposed to go live at the Hell in a Cell, but I'm going to explain why in this here live interaction post-show review of Hell in a Cell. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Third Generation Wrestling Podcast. 3GW in the building. OGs here. DaReaL Big E and Rob, the ambassador. How you feeling, man? I know we were just together last weekend. Always good to be in the presence of each other.
yeah, it doesn't happen too often, but man, it was a good time. Man, I look, it was a kind of a crazy day for me. I drove up Sunday morning, got there Sunday afternoon. A couple hours later, you show up at the hotel. We go to the show, party up. Getting the right frame of mind.
Oh yeah.
With some beverages and saw a good show. We talk about it. We'll talk more about that.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Yes, sir. And not that I need to, waste any more time talking about the show, but there was some news that, the inside man keeps us informed. Not good news, unfortunately. Jeff Hardy, man, just can't get right. I say that as a joke, but at the same time, I feel bad because I know people have real demons and they have a hard time shaking them. We all have vices. My biggest thing every time somebody or especially people in any type of limelight, no matter what your celebrity status is or your public figure status is, you are a public figure. I understand. Excuse me. I understand you're still human and you have human problems. However you choose to deal with that is on you. I just can't understand how you still get behind the wheel of a vehicle. In 2022, there's a plethora of ways to get from point A to point B without driving. Okay. That's where I can't understand. Okay, I get it. Maybe he was at an establishment that I don't know the story, but I just can't figure out why you would drive. There's Uber, there's Lyft, there's private driving services that you could get in, and they would make sure that you got home safely. You have friends and family, I'm sure. Your brother. I don't get it. Like, and to me, I know he's grown, and I know you're not supposed to babysit an adult, but when you got a track record like that, you kind of got to babysit the adult. I don't know. This is not a very good say.
Well, no, but you know what, man? You're in the comfort of your home.
I'm at home.
Right. You're not going to have to
drive nowhere.
Man, look, it's sad, but not surprising. This is what I said in our group chat. And I said AEW never should have hired Jeff because he needs help. And that's what he needs to be concentrating on, is getting himself the help that he needs so that hopefully he can beat this problem. It's bigger than wrestling. Look, his glory days in the wrestling business are long gone. And I'm not saying he still can't get it done in the ring. He's capable of putting on a good match. But I do believe that this problem is affecting his work. I believe it affected it in WWE. I believe it's affecting him now in AEW. We saw what happened on the Double or Nothing show. Now, I'm not going to say it had anything related to. I guess I shouldn't presume that. But
it's hard not to tie the two together.
Yeah, and that's the point I was just about to make. It is hard to at least not tie them two together when you know that he has a history of this. And then, of course, when we get the news that we got today, he has kids. And I just think maybe he needs to step away from the wrestling ring and get himself some help. Apparently, WWE offered to help him, and he didn't want it. And they said, "Well, Jeff, we've got to let you go." And then enter Tony Khan, who said, "Hey, man, come on in." And I don't think that's helping him. I think that's enabling him. So I'm curious to see what Jeff Hardy does next. I'm curious to see what AEW and Tony Khan do next. Hopefully, at the end of it all, Jeff Hardy gets the help that he needs.
Yeah, in my mind, unfortunately, goes to an even darker place where, this guy is taking really bad bumps over his, 20 plus year career. And then you start worrying about, is there some brain damage, and where he just can't, I just can't shake this, and he can't help himself, essentially. And the thing with, you just hate to have something happen with him behind the wheel of a vehicle, intoxicated, and lives are taken or injuries, and that's the thing. It's not, that's why there's a law against it. You can't drive drunk, because 9 times out of 10, you end up killing somebody else. And if you look at history, even people piled up in a car, the driver always lives. Somehow, some way, everybody else died, but the driver lived. And now they have to live the rest of their life with that guilt.
Yeah. And, and if this problem is also carrying over into the ring, he not only puts himself in danger, but the opponent that he wrestles could also be in danger. So just a lot to think about. Like I said, he needs help. Hopefully he gets it.
Yeah. Okay. And then the other reason the show got delayed, besides my insane work schedule, I came down with a cold. And summer cold, it was not COVID. I took a test, negative. So it was just a summer cold. I'm still not 100%. You can probably hear it, but I'm energetic enough now to get back to doing this. And I didn't want to half-ass and just come on here to put something out. I don't want to be that type of creator. Putting stuff out for the sake of putting stuff out. We love doing this. I have a passion for this.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. Now, we were in attendance, Hell in a Cell 2022, Allstate Arena. Perfect time. We got there, had enough time to, like Rob said, do some pre-gaming, you know what I mean? And got inside. The lines always are nuts for, concessions and merch. Normally, I go to these shows, I tend to get the I was there shirt, right? They have gone so cheap with those. They're not worth $35. I'm sorry. They used to go all out with the, they would have the logo. They have some of the matches on the front, the main event match on the front, and then like the other undercard matches on the back. And it says, I was there. It says the city, the state, all that. It just had the basic Hell in a Cell shit on the front, and I was there on the back. Like, that's not enough. Okay. Not enough. The only regret I do wish I would have bought that 316 shirt. It was in the Bears blue and orange. I kind of do wish I would have bought that, but it's probably online somewhere too. So we did. You about to say something?
I was just gonna say I didn't buy any gear either for the same reasons as you did. I just wasn't really impressed.
However, we were both impressed with the Stone Cold IPA.
Yeah.
Oh, like I know they said on his podcast or the Broken Skull sessions, everybody goes on there and say how good it is. It actually is really damn good. Like, it is tasty. I'm not even a beer drinker, but that's a good beer. I would buy that. I really would.
Yeah, I would buy that too. I would not buy it at the arena again because as good as it was not worth $19 a can. but it was a good beer, and I'm going to look for it in some of my local establishments here and see if I can find it.
Yeah. I was like, kind of, well, once in a lifetime. I don't know. We here. We had a WWE event. Let's drink some Stone Cold beer. And just so happened, this actually is really good. Okay. All right.
There you go, Stone Cold. Feel free to send us that money.
Hell yeah, you ain't sharing. All right. Now we get into the card. If it will pull up for me. Okay. So we opened the show with ladies, the Raw Women's Championship match, the triple threat match. Bianca Belair defending against Asuka and Becky Lynch. That lady sitting, I think, 2 rows behind us.
I know exactly the one
just
you mean.
With her.
Yeah.
Not the arena full of people screaming for Bianca, just her. I'm just like, it's not that serious. She probably can't hear you because you are seriously the loudest fucking person in the arena right now.
Yeah.
And she was cheering her on like that was her daughter. And I was just like, okay. And I saw her man was next to her. Like, can you just tell your woman to just a little bit? Just down a little bit. I usually don't say a word when it's kids because they're kids. They don't know.
Yeah.
You grown, lady. Come down. Come down. This is one of the matches I did go back and watch after the event because I wanted to see it again from that other perspective. This was a great match, great way to start the show. I guess if you can't go last, you go first. But this was fun. This was a fun match. I always love seeing all 3 of these ladies, really. But Bianca was really over with the whole, not just that crazy lady. And even Asuka, But I like the tactics that Becky was using. I like the tactics that Bianca used. I know some people had a problem with it because they said that that's not really a babyface thing to do, to steal the win that way. Becky hitting the manhandle slam on Asuka. Bianca pulled Becky out and she took the win. And, I guess somebody had to take the L here. And yeah, Bianca retained in glorious fashion. She showed off her strength in this match, as she always does, and her athleticism. I can't get over the fact that she can just do that backflip off the turnbuckle and stick the landing with braid in hand. By the way, she's incredible. I still could only give us a high pay-per-view worthy though. It's a great way to start. It was fast paced, but that's as high as I could go.
Yeah, I went high pay-per-view worthy too. I wanted to give it superb. It was close, but it just didn't get there. But all 3 of these ladies, this was a hot way to start. To me, this is the way every pay-per-view should start. Chicago is such a great crowd.
Oh, they were so loud.
Already a hot crowd. So yeah, give them a hot match, and they did that. And all 3 of these ladies, I knew going in that all 3 of these ladies would do great work and that this match had every possibility to be great. And it was. Asuka and those strikes, Bianca, like you said, the show strength, and just Becky, just being Becky, doing Becky stuff. I mean, it was fun to watch. And I knew it would probably be Asuka to eat the pin. I'm not mad at the way it happened. I mean, it's a triple threat. And Bianca sees
I don't think it hurts Becky though if she was to lose. I think they get in their own way with that. Like, people forget The Rock lost a lot. Triple H lost a lot. Austin lost a lot. They also won a lot, but they lost a lot too.
Yeah.
And look where they are. Shawn Michaels lost a lot of matches too. Like, people forget. People weren't undefeated. Yeah. Flair was a 16-time world champ for a reason because he lost it 15 times.
Yeah, I get the impression that they just want to keep Becky looking strong because, like I said, as far as Raw goes, she's probably the biggest female heel right now. But it looks like
strong in a loss. I get what you're saying. I'm really speaking to WWE. Like, stop being so scared to let a star lose. I mean,
right.
She ain't
and
Roman.
I agree. Look, hey man, you know I love me some Asuka. I would have loved to have seen Becky take the L instead of her, but I just had a feeling they wanted to keep Becky looking strong. So
yeah. All right. After that, we had the 2-on-1 handicap match. Bobby Lashley going up against Omos and MVP. Like you said, it was Chicago. We represent, and Bobby got a huge pop coming out, and the crowd was really into him. They didn't really seem to care about Omos or MVP for that matter. The only bright spots in the match was when Bobby was on offense. To be quite honest, and this didn't do anybody any favors. This didn't elevate Omos. Like I just said, you can get over in a loss even, but this didn't do that. We kind of knew the MVP was in the match to take the L. He tapped out to the Hurt Lock. I mean, we kind of knew that. But there's a way to do these things and keep Omos looking strong. Well, this just cookie cutter type deal, and I couldn't. It was so it's busy when you're there live, and I didn't watch it back. But it looked like there was a little dissension after the match with Omos and MVP, which is like, well, Omos ain't ready to be on his own yet, so I don't know what that's about. But Bobby was kind of really signaling that he was coming for the title next, and I hope that that's a real thing that's going to happen. Him and Roman. I don't want to see him be U.S. champ again. A feud with Austin Theory. I don't want to see that shit. But
I'm not even sure he would beat Theory the way they're booking Theory right now. I'd be afraid Bobby would lose.
That's the other reason I don't want to see this. Like, you can't go from beating Brock. I'm not gonna put Omos up there, but you beat Omos. And then you lose the Theory. Like, that's, I don't know. But as far as the grade goes, I mean, I don't really care about this feud. The match itself was meh. Outside of Bobby, like I said, this match sucked. Bobby saved it from. It's some bullshit though. Bobby saved it from being the worst grade possible, but it was definitely some bullshit.
Yeah, this is one I had to go and watch back because when we were there live, I took this opportunity to go get us each one of the aforementioned Stone Cold APAs. Yeah, so I didn't see this match live. I had to go back and watch it. This match was pretty much everything I thought it would be. Predictable. MVP not eating the pin, I guess, getting submitted. Either way, we knew they would keep Omos looking strong. Not really an enjoyable match at all. Glad Bobby won, but I already knew he would. And I was a little bit nicer than you. I went middle of the road, but I feel like I'm being a little bit generous with that.
It was the most painful middle of the road.
Yeah, because it was flirting with some bullshit, but I'm gonna go middle of the road.
That match got the girl.
Yeah,
but it was still better than what was to follow. Well, I'm not going to.
Oh, man. Ooh, that's a big bottle. And almost completely drank, too. I guess that means we've seen a lot of bad matches.
No, but I've had this handle for over 2 years. Just.
Okay.
I ain't no alcoholic. But if a third man was here today, there's no doubt what he would grade this shit. Not only is it insulting that we had to watch this revolting shit, that they put it on the card at all, that they got this whole thing with Ezekiel / Elias, whatever he is, fake ass Macho Man Randy Savage thing he's got going on right now, even doing the elbow drop. I thought he was going to win the match. He didn't. Kevin Owens won by surprise, but who cares? Kevin Owens is being drowned in this bullshit feud that needs to stop. They even dragged Becky into this crap with a backstage promo. Stop, okay? Stop. It's not funny. It's not cute. Nobody's buying this shit no more. Stop. This gets the flaming fucking F of the night, okay? Cheers.
Well, I'm going to be a little and only a little bit nicer. And I am also going to channel MJ Book by saying this was some bullshit. All right. This was a terrible match. When they booked it, I thought it would be a terrible match. The only good thing about it was that KO did win. I was glad about that. But I just can't stand this Ezekiel character. I enjoyed the storyline at first. For maybe like the two or three episodes of Raw, I enjoyed it. Now I'm over it. Get on with it. And I tell you what, just let Elias grow back his beard and get his guitar back. That was better. I mean, this is not
so much
working. Better. They think this is how he's going to get over. The guitar and beard were
he
better.
Looks like Macho Man.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked like him with the other character already. And then you go and put the stuff on his arm and the trunks and the boots. And it's like, and he's doing the elbow drop.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop it. Just go back to get your guitar, sing your stupid songs, ask people what WWE stands for. Get rid of this gimmick.
Yeah, it was over too. That's the thing. It was over. All right. Got the 6-person mixed tag match. I mean, this is dating the show right now because of what happened the night after. But you got Edge, Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley going up against AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Liv Morgan. I can't recall. I didn't watch this one back. Oh, Finn took the pin. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Okay. So overall, I gave this match. I thought it was a TV quality type match. I didn't because it was a 6-man and it was mixed tag. Kind of went in with low expectations to begin with. I didn't think it was anything mind-blowingly great, but it wasn't terrible either. I like seeing Rhea Ripley get to her offense in. I like her new ring gear. I like seeing Liv Morgan. She's obviously developing into being better. They did not do much with Priest or Edge in this match. And then AJ Styles got hurt during the match. I don't know how, but he ended up getting busted open above his head, and he must have landed wrong when they did something. I'd have to go back and look, but I think that made the match suffer. The second Edge and AJ match I thought was good, but I guess you're trying to involve all these other people, and then I guess let's just address the elephant in the room. Obviously, we know what happened after Hell in a Cell with, Finn Balor joining Judgment Day, and not only that, but now he's the leader, and they pretty much gave Edge the boot, literally and figuratively, along with the chair, the concerto, and
the announce table.
That move with the broken part of the chair. So I guess that's the way to write Edge off, bring him back as a babyface. Which I don't have a problem with all of this. I just thought this was like a little soon. Like he just did all this. He just started this thing in like February, and it's June, and you're already flipping him back babyface. Maybe they saw that it wasn't working with Edge, and they figured it worked better with Finn. Calling audible, which we always tell them to do, and they never do it. So maybe this is them doing that. But I said Judgment Day should win because they are a new faction. They need to at least get wins. I think Rhea Ripley should win Money in the Bank. I'm getting ahead of my predictions, but I think that's the way it should go. I want to see them work. I want to see Damian Priest work out. I want to see Rhea Ripley workout. I love her new ring gear. It suits her look. She got those tattoos anyway. She should show them off. She should
Yeah,
be a heel. She's not got no business coming out there like a baby face. So TV
yeah,
quality though.
yeah, man. I went TV quality. Okay, it was okay, but mixed tags, just as a general rule for me, I don't know, just don't really dig them because it kind of messes with the continuity of the match. You know, of course, a guy has to fight a guy, a woman has to fight a woman. So when a guy tags a woman in, oh, okay, then I got to go tag my girl in. You know what I mean? It just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, it would go better. It would flow better if they would allow it. But I guess publicly traded company, they don't like the optics because I know that there's male versus female on in the independent circuit. You know, they do it all the time. I mean, Mia Yim was one of the Mia Yim. You could look at Jordan Grace. There's a bunch of female wrestlers that we not know of, but they used to wrestle men. Mia Yim used to wrestle Keith Lee all the time. She's taken that spirit bomb before. So yeah, there's video of it. I mean, she took it. She sold the shit out of it too.
Yeah. I mean, man, look, in a match like this, I wouldn't mind maybe a little bit of mixing up one-on-one matches. I'm still not there with that. I still don't like it because even though we know wrestling is entertainment, stuff can happen. And man, I don't know. I don't want to watch a match being there. It's kind of the same reason I don't like the hardcore matches. I want to be a fan. I don't want to be a concerned human being for another person's safety. If I see a woman wrestling a big, strong dude, I'm just going to be like, oh, damn, I hope he doesn't, land that body slam too hard. Hope he doesn't hit that clothesline too hard. I don't want to be watching a match like that. But in a case like this where, they might have it in brief instances where, look, Rhea is a big girl. I mean, if she got in the ring against, if she got in the ring against AJ, I mean, hell, she might be able to take AJ. Who knows? Now, Liv against Damian Priest, or Edge. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, Damian and Edge, and you can see like Edge is a tall man. Priest is taller than him. So,
right. But as far as this match, like I said, TV quality, something we could have saw on Raw. Nothing special, but nothing terrible either.
It would have been a great Raw main event. Put it that way.
Yeah.
So that's why I say TV quality.
Yep.
Not to go back on this, but the Inside Man did just send another message. It's so Jeff Hardy was pulled over in Florida Highway Patrol. He was driving a white car that was seen swerving and running off the roadway around 12:30 a.m. on Monday. Once they got Hardy pulled over to the side of the road, they learned he had been drinking. The officer noted that Hardy could not complete any portion of the sobriety exercises successfully or without risk of falling. The legal limit in Florida and most places is 0.08. The first breath sample that Hardy took read 0.294.
That is damn near 4 times the legal limit. That's ridiculous.
And a second reading of 291. So he was beyond toasted. I don't mean to laugh, but I mean, that is no excuse to get behind the wheel. Call somebody.
And I mean, he had to have been. Well, he's in Florida. That's where he lives, right? I mean, that's not.
I don't know where he lives. I thought it was in Carolina, but I mean, even if he does live there, from, but
I guess the point I was trying to make is that, well, look, is he out partying like with his brother or with other AEW wrestlers? I mean, why couldn't somebody just say, "Hey, Jeff, look, man, maybe you've had a few, or I guess who knows?"
The thing is, when you and I'm not an expert, but I feel like I have enough uncles to know when you are alcoholic, you're not gonna tell anybody. You just go to the bar and you just start drinking. And either he's in a place where he's not recognized, or people see him so much that it's just Jeff again. And that's why you have to have real friends and real people in your circle to say, look, man, I know you. I know your situation. I know your history. I'm not serving you. So I can't stop you from drinking, but I can't let you drink here.
Yeah.
You can easily go to the store, purchase alcohol, and go home and drink yourself to sleep if you so choose. And nobody will be hurt except you. You wake up in the morning, you hungover. Okay, good. Oh, well, the only person you hurt was you.
Yeah.
But to get behind the wheel of a car is irresponsible.
Yeah. But like I said, man, he needs help. Unfortunately, a person can't really get the help they need if they don't want the help, or if they don't acknowledge that they need help. But at the same time, I hope Jeff doesn't have a bunch of enablers around him. And just saying,
even if you don't have enablers, if you have yes men, a bunch of people, nobody's going to challenge you because you bring in the money. What do you do? Yeah. I don't surround myself with people like that. People give me feedback. The people that do give me honest feedback, they don't tell me what I want to hear. Tell me the truth. Those are people I keep around me because I know it's the truth. It may hurt. It may not be what I want to hear, but it's the truth. Maybe I'm different. I don't know, but I don't operate like that. I don't want nobody lying to my face just to think because it's making me feel better. No, tell me the truth. Tell me how you actually feel. Or if I'm messing up, tell me I'm messing up. That's what a real friend would do.
Right.
Anyway, don't mean to get preachy. Theory defending the U.S. Championship against Mustafa Ali in Chicago. I thought there may have been a slight chance, but not really. If you're the hometown person, you tend to lose. That's just how WWE books it. I know other companies don't really follow that rule, but WWE 9 times out of 10, there's been a couple cases. Like I know Sasha Banks, they were in Boston once and she won. John Cena even won one time. I think he's from Boston too.
Yeah.
So it's not always, but in general. I mean, you can go back to CM Punk, his days in WWE. I even went to the 2013 Payback. We wrestled Jericho, and he made his return, and he won. And that was a loud-ass pop, too. But I thought the match was okay. I gave it TV quality because it was a TV quality match. It was a match you would see on Raw, but it was just like they haven't booked Mustafa the right way, and we all know that Theory is Vince's golden boy. So why would he lose? But I thought the work was there. I don't think Austin Theory's a bad wrestler. I think he's a good wrestler. If I had to critique him, I would say work on your storytelling in the ring and staying consistent with that. I think Mustafa is better at that. I think he has a better, more established character if they would stick with one, because it seems like every time we see him, he's doing something different. But I feel like he came out this time with his original character. I missed the days he came out with the mask, with the lights on and stuff. I thought that shit was cool.
I did too.
Yeah, and he's got a real authentic story too. Former Chicago police officer, like, come on, get that man some due. But Theory won, retained the championship. I got no problem with y'all building up Austin Theory. I got no problem with that. He is pretty good in the ring. He's not quite there yet. The U.S. Championship is a good, excuse me, is a good stepping stone for him. It's just, I don't know. I guess they just gotta get with the time, and that's just his character. His character is of the time. This the selfie era. I get it. It's heel shit. It works. He's the only one doing it. Well, Tyler Breeze did it before him, but right now he's the only one doing it. And I, hurts to say, but the right man won. But still, just TV quality for me.
Yeah, TV quality for me. The right man did win. And look, to quote Theory's mentor, I thought that Mustafa had no chance in hell of winning this match. I knew Theory was going to win, but it was great to see the Chicago crowd give such a big response to Mustafa. He got a really nice pop from the Chicago crowd, and they were with him the whole match. And these guys, both are good wrestlers. I actually expected a little bit more from this one. Like you said, maybe it was Theory's lack of storytelling, but I thought they could have brought more to this match. Still, it was solid, but nothing special. So I'm also going to go TV quality on it.
I think I don't know. I wasn't, not privy, but I know that usually one wrestler will lead the match. They'll call the match. I wonder if Theory was calling. If he was, I mean, he did do a bad job if it was him. I just think if, like you said, if it was Mustafa, they might have had a little more. Like these two young guys should have had like a near fall type match. I think, and it could have been great.
Yeah, because with Ali having that Chicago crowd behind him, they would have fallen for all of those two.
They would have been on every near fall.
Yeah, and that would the crowd would have roared. The TV audience would have felt that, and I think it would have just made the overall match better.
Yeah. I did forget about a match. I'm gonna go back. Got a little ahead of myself. The Rob hates this term. The no holds barred match.
I can see why you'd forget that one.
Between Madcap or Riddick Moss, which I hope he goes back to being, versus Baron Corbin. It wasn't a shit show like I thought it was going to be. Just wasn't quite blown away either. And like although you noticed, I didn't even think about it. But while we were walking into the arena, I said, hey, that's the only SmackDown match on the card. And that's where it belongs. On SmackDown. Yet again, a TV quality match. And now considering that as the Baron Corbin match, that's high praise. Okay. And I'm not even shitting on Corbin's wrestling ability. I feel like for a guy his size, I think he's like 6'6", former NFL D lineman. Dude can move. It's just the character. Like I actually was digging the Lone Wolf character, and we both love that entrance music. You'll probably never get it back because I think it was Jim Johnston made that music. He doesn't work for them anymore, so I'll probably never get that theme back. But if he does, it'll be great. And then with, like I said, Riddick Moss, I'm gonna call him Riddick. Forget that madcap shit. Riddick Moss, I saw him in NXT. I said that guy's got a look. As long as they don't do him like they did Mason Ryan, and that was my fear. If y'all don't remember Mason Ryan, and well, the problem with Mason Ryan was he looked too much like Batista. That was the biggest problem. But he was so big and just monstrous. And even Batista said, as big as I was, and I was huge, Mason Ryan was bigger than I ever was. And that's saying a whole lot because we met Batista. And that's a big ass mother. Man, he was huge back then. He
was, man.
Huge. But I think if as long as they keep booking him and he wins and he can get better on the mic and he starts taking things serious, I would have rather seen him maybe not win it, but at least feud with Ricochet for the Intercontinental Championship. I think they could have had a really good feud versus just doing Gunther and Ricochet. We all know how that's gonna go. That's bullshit. But I hope Randy Moss has a good career, and I think he has one ahead of him as long as they book him right away. It was just pretty much the case for everybody. But hey, TV quality match.
Man, I feel like we're kind of grading these matches the same, but I kind of went TV quality because I actually thought the match was somewhat entertaining in the fact that it was physical. You know, when you have a feud like these guys have, you expect it to get a little violent. You expect to see some chairs and stuff, and we got that.
Yeah.
And I felt like the match lived up to the expected level of anger that we would see between these two.
Yeah, and you couldn't do too much because we had a Hell in a Cell match.
Right. And like neither one of these guys are world beaters in the ring, but for what they can do, I thought they did it good enough a week ago Sunday. So TV quality, and like you, I think there's potential with Riddick. I mean, obviously, look, dude has got the physical look. We all know it's going to take a lot more than that to make him relevant.
Yeah.
But I am glad that maybe they do see something in him and got him away from the. I've been saying it. Get him out of the suspenders. Give him his name back, and they're doing that. So I'm hoping, like you, they can come up with some sort of booking, some sort of character storylines to keep him interesting, to show, you know, hopefully whatever talent or charisma he has, and maybe he can be something.
Yeah. Yeah. I've said enough about that. Okay. Get to the main event. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins in the Hell in a Cell. Definitely rewatched this one on Peacock. Had to. Seth Rollins coming out with the Dusty Rhodes Day.
Man,
I got
so
to have
funny.
on my polka dots. You
That
understand?
was hilarious.
Yeah, that was man. He's trying.
Oh man, just come on, Biggie. Just come on, man. Let it go.
I can't.
Come on, man.
I'm holding on tight.
Hey, I'm a Seth fan. It ain't nothing wrong with it.
I appreciate.
I'm not gonna judge.
Look,
I'm a Seth fan. I'm not gonna judge. Just come on over.
I appreciate his work as a heel. Especially with and they did it. I think WWE posted, you know, the 3 times that he's messed with his opponent with his ring gear. Obviously, Roman when he put the shield stuff on. When he wrestled Ray, he wore Ray's I think it was 1996 wrestling gear from Halloween Havoc. And obviously now the polka dots with that was like, whoa, okay. But it worked for the character. And all day we knew about Cody Rhodes' injury, the torn pectoral tendon off the bone. And it was like, okay, how much is he going to be able to do? What's it look like? Because you know, we saw Triple H when he tore his pec, and it was all bruised up. It looked like somebody, you know, shot him or something. And then sure enough, when Cody took that jacket off, man, he's identical to Triple H's injury. He had a hard time using that right arm, as anybody would. I mean, you tear your tendon off. I mean, it's all this, and all this was bruised up. And the fact that man wrestled a match as if nothing was wrong is a testament to him. I mean, I'm sure he was shot up with some type of painkiller so he could get through it. Let's be real. But to still risk further injury, I mean, I don't know how much further you can go from tearing it off the bone, but I mean, I'm sure anything can be worse. And they didn't beat around the bush. They didn't hide the fact that Seth Rollins knew, and you know, Seth targeting that chest area with the kendo stick, like stabbing at him with it and whacking him with it. Even you know, Cody took a table spot. Powerbomb through a table. I couldn't believe that table exploded too. I did like when Cody pulls out the cowbell and the rope, and they had kind of a little strap match, you know, a little dedication to his father. I thought that was great. I like Cody hitting the pedigree. I think he's probably wanted to do that move for so long. He finally got to be able to do it, especially to Seth Rollins. You know, both these guys love Triple H. Triple H was probably grinning ear to ear watching this. This match was nuts. The crowd was electric for this match. So I don't think anybody could believe that man was really doing what he was doing and taking the bumps he was taking with that going on. You know what I mean? But in the end, it was, like I said, an old Triple H trope that won the match. Sledgehammer to Seth Rollins. And again, that's kind of a heel thing to do, especially it was the one person that did the most was the biggest heel, my biggest heel of all time, in my opinion, that I grew up watching. And he won the match with the sledgehammer. Obviously, we probably would have gotten more with the cell had he not been injured. And it's one thing to say somebody's injured, but when you can visibly see that this man is not, he's fucked up, okay? He shouldn't even be wrestling, to be honest. But he's out here and he's giving people their money's worth. They did a damn good job, and I gave this a superb. I thought this was great. I watched it back. I'll watch it again and again and again. I mean, it was great. And this man was hurt. I can't imagine what they would have done if he was 100%. They probably had way more risque things in mind. But again, you can only do so much. So superb for me.
Superb from me. We had heard all day long about this injury to Cody. And the arena we sat in was small. And even though we were in the upper level, you could still see pretty well. But it wasn't until I watched it back that I saw fully the extent of Cody's injury. And I was blown away when I saw it, because even when you're there, they have a big screen, but it was obstructed. You know, they had the cage up there and the scoreboard, and you really couldn't see the screen. So I could tell that there was a mark there, but man, when you see it up close on TV, that's when I knew, man, Cody was messed up.
I mean, the crowd oohed when he was taking off the coat.
So
he did smart. Took it off real slow.
Yep.
Revealed it, like, oh, man.
Yeah. So props to Cody for even showing up, man. Just amazing. Going through a table, wrestling a match in his condition. That was, as we said, a superb match. But like you, and this is the reason why I couldn't go Instant Classic. First of all, I thought the other two matches were a little better, but you'd expect that given that Cody was injured in this one. But yeah, imagine if Cody had been healthy. Imagine what these two could have done in that match. This was the match that I bought my ticket for. I didn't even really know much about the rest of the card before I bought my tickets, to see this. Still, even with Cody injured, I was not disappointed. I was not let down. It was worth every mile. It was worth every dollar. I enjoyed it. I loved it. And after the match, after the card went off TV and they were dark, I'm paraphrasing, but Cody said something to the effect that, I was not going to let you fans down. I am injured, but you're great fans here in Chicago, and no way was I not going to be here and compete for you tonight. And the crowd just ate that up. And Cody's legend, it's just amazing, man, how he's had such a charmed life since he's come back into WWE. 3 epic matches with Seth, and then this injury that's probably going to be a blessing in disguise, because it's just going to be even
more over.
Yeah, it's going to solidify his legend. And whenever he makes his return, I'm telling you, it's going to be one of the loudest pops we've heard in a long time. It's going to be a huge pop, and I can't wait for that moment.
I just hope that it's a real surprise and it's not spoiled on the internet, which is like hard as hell to do. I mean, they're going to he's going to update, obviously, on his progress and everything like that. People speculate when he's going to return. I guess we could talk about, anytime somebody gets hurt like this, it's like, okay, if you can't wrestle, who's the substitution going to be? And then the name got put out there, and it didn't happen, obviously. But
What name got put out? I don't know if I heard.
Bray.
Who?
Bray Wyatt.
Oh yeah. I kind of have a feeling based on what I've read recently. I don't know if Bray's coming back to WWE. It sounded like he left on bad terms.
Well, I don't know. And money talks. So I was thinking last minute, somebody's hurt. It could be a Bray, Seth Rollins redemption. If they really had to pull something out of their ass, they could have done it. But I think
I would have hated that.
Better outcome.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people would have, but as long as it was a match, maybe not even the Fiend, maybe it was the old Bray Wyatt, bring him back.
Well, I'd like that better than the Fiend, but yeah, well, look, luckily none of that happened. And Cody, like I said, came out, did his thing and built his legend even further.
Yep. It was a good night. Obviously got home late, but still, we got to go to another live show, and that's another live show under our belts. Excuse me. Been a long day. What we got? Obi-Wan Kenobi. Episodes 1 through 3. Review is up. For those, I was going to do 4 through 6. We got to talk about episode 4. And that's all I'm going to say. We got to talk about episode 4. Okay. Also, I saw Jurassic World Dominion, so I'll probably do a review on that. I don't know if you have any interest in seeing it. If you do, let me know. We'll work that thing out.
Oh, I love those movies. I own all 5, and I'm looking forward to this one. Yeah, I can't wait. I just couldn't make it this weekend, but if I don't go tomorrow night, which is discount night here in Iowa, I'm definitely going this weekend.
Okay, we'll work that out, and then we'll probably have another one of y'all favorites coming out later this week. One of them trying out the laughs. It's been a while. Like I said, I've been under the weather and working 12-hour days, 6 days a week. I mean, I'm dead by the time I get home. So I'm glad I got to come out here tonight, do this live. Please check us out on social media. Third Generation Wrestling Podcast on Instagram, podcast_third on Twitter. Email us at thirdgenwrestling@gmail.com. Y'all still subscribing and hitting that like button. I see it. So we appreciate it. We thank y'all. Even through these droughts. It's not only a week. It hasn't been that long, but I try to make sure we give y'all something, at least one video a week. So to go a week without anything, it's at the forefront. Like, we gotta do something. So always remember, we're gonna give you at least one video a week. Try to get 2 or 3, but always at least one. Staying consistent with that. And we like hearing the feedback. We like hearing y'all requests. If anybody out there has a farting preacher or trying to laugh that you want us to do, let us know in the comments or shoot me an email so we can get that up. If you send the link, I'll know for sure which one to do. If you just tell me a title, I'll be guessing, and I hope it's right. But in any event, I'm ready to go to bed. So
I'm with you, man. All right, y'all. Big E pretty much says it all, but man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We want those show ideas, whether it's farting preachers, whether it's wrestling cards or wrestling matches. It don't have to be a whole card. We can watch along with a match. Just anything, man. We're here for y'all. So keep watching. Thank you for all the subscriptions. Appreciate you.
Right on.
Tell your friends and family.
Hit that like button, subscribe, and share. We'll be back in a couple of days with another Trying to Laugh. And take care, everybody. Peace.